So next E3, we have to get our Metroid Prime 3 Magic Circles out because this one right here, this worked well. But the question is, why did Nintendo win E3? Nintendo absolutely and positively nailed it at E3. Almost every single game that they showed looks fantastic. A fantastic lineup for the future of Nintendo was shown off at this E3 and I loved it. In this video, we're going to talk about all the crazy announcements at Nintendo's Direct and how Nintendo won E3 2019. So the story of Luigi's Mansion 3 is that Luigi was invited to a mansion from Mario, and everyone goes disappearing very quick, and it's up to Luigi to save them. Now what I loved about the gameplay that was shown off was the fact that they introduced new mechanics, the slam, the burst, the Guigi, the multiplayer that they showed in there. It brings more mechanics to the game and changes up the gameplay and keeps it fresh. And that's what I want from my sequels. I want new gameplay introduced to the already current gameplay that the previous games have worked on. And of course we can't forget about something that we all wanted to see and wanted to play on Nintendo Switch, and that's a new Animal Crossing game. Now in this new Animal Crossing game, it seems that instead of going on a train or a bus, it seems that we're going to be flying into our new location on a plane. And it seems that during this gameplay, we saw some new mechanics in this game too. For one, you're able to create your own paths, which you saw in the gameplay of your character kind of smoothing out the ground and creating paths towards your house and towards other places. Another one is, of course, crafting your own tools. Now before, you had to buy them from Tom Nook, or you can find them in the garbage dump that some games have, or the police station in the Lost and Found, but now it seems that you're going to have to craft your own fishing pole, axe, shovel, etc. There was so much shown in this gameplay that I'm going to have to make my own video specifically for Animal Crossing, so make sure you subscribe for that. Another thing I noticed about the gameplay was the style that they chose. It's a little different from previous Animal Crossing games, but I think it works for the Nintendo Switch, and I think it's going to look really crisp on the Nintendo Switch while it's in undocked mode. And let's not forget about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. They showed two new characters, one which Nintendo trolled us on, which I thought it was Banjo-Kazooie. I screamed Banjo, and then it just trolled us, and I was like, oh really, Nintendo, you're really gonna do this to us? And then Banjo comes out of nowhere, and I freaked out again. It was the perfect reveal for Banjo-Kazooie in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And of course, we can't forget about Dragon Quest XI. That was a fantastic reveal too. The one thing that I really liked was kind of sorting through these moves that you have to switch from Sizzle, Psych Up, Oomph, and Snooze, and you have to kind of manage your MP while you're playing Super Smash Bros. So I thought that was interesting, introducing some of the mechanics that were in Dragon Quest XI and putting them into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate gameplay. That was a very cool thing that they did. And the fact that you can do other characters, not just one character from Dragon Quest XI, is fantastic. Now they did say they're going to have more characters too, so these are not just the only characters that are going to be added to this game. The roster just keeps growing and growing and growing in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I think it's a very good thing because they're supporting this game, and I love it. Now of course we can't forget about some of the announcements that were made in this Direct, and one of them that I want to talk about is Witcher 3 on Nintendo Switch. Witcher 3 on Nintendo Switch blew my mind. It was rumored a while back, and I did cover it, and it seems that we're going to be getting it on the Nintendo Switch in 2019 no less. If they can put Witcher 3 on the Nintendo Switch on a cartridge, this means that a lot of games that we think, oh, it couldn't be on Nintendo Switch, it is too big, it means that game can be on the Nintendo Switch. Companies don't really have any excuses of putting less than desirable versions of their game on the Nintendo Switch or taking parts of that game out of it for the Nintendo Switch version like EA. And of course we have to talk about Breath of the Wild 2, a game that a lot of people are probably going to be excited for. Now this seems to take place after Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild because we can see Princess Zelda there and Link there, and it seems that they're going to be facing off against a new enemy. And one thing that I noticed is that they took a kind of horror route with this reveal. It was very dark and ominous the way they revealed the character with the glowing red eyes and the skeleton face and turning and creaking when he turned his head. It was very creepy, and I wonder if they're going for a more serious dark route than they did in the previous game. Now speaking of Zelda, we also did get some little gameplay snippets for Candace of Hyrule and Zelda Link's Awakening, both which look fantastic, and they look like they are must-haves for a Nintendo Switch or any Zelda fan. And we got some more story bits for Astral Chain, more on information of what these monsters are and what the names are, and more gameplay too. We saw some pretty cool action during the reveal for Astral Chain. Same with Daemon X Machina. That game looks like a very fun mech game that you want to play if you're into mech games. And at the same time, a game that I'm very excited for is Marvel's Ultimate Alliance. Being a movie fan of the MCU and just comics in general, this game has me very excited. We also got some news on some expansions during that Direct too, which is very very great. I love games that are being supported with new content and keeping it fresh. Now, there were some games that I wasn't really too interested in, like the Dark Crystal game and Mario and Sonic Olympics, but I'm sure there are people who love those games, and I bet it's great for them. So we're rounding out on 5 minutes already, so I'm going to give you my final thoughts on this Nintendo Direct and tell you why they won. The reason why Nintendo won E3 is because they showed gameplay, they showed CG trailers, they gave us more story details about the game, and they gave us something to look forward to in the future and next E3. That's what E3 is for. You have to announce these announcements. You have to get us excited for your future brand, and that's where Xbox failed. That's where Ubisoft failed. That's where a lot of these companies are failing this E3. They're not showing us what to be excited for in the future. They're just showing us CG trailers and story trailers, and that's it. They're not even bringing out the devs like the PC Game Show did. During the PC Game Show, they gave the devs time to speak about their games. That's why I think the PC Game Show did a great job, because they showed games and gave us information about things to look forward to on PC, and that's what Nintendo did. They gave us information about games and future development games of things to look forward to on the Nintendo Switch. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you share it around with your friends and other people who are excited for these Nintendo releases that I'm excited for, as you can see with my voice in this video. Thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you guys in the next E3 coverage. Have a good one.